Have you ever been to a psychic?
No.
Would you ever go?
I don't. I can only see myself going in like a very specific circumstance. Like it's late at night. I'm drunk. Welcome. Today we have a beautiful deck of tarot cards for us to do tarot readings of each other. How do you feel about tarot cards?
I think they're fun. Don't know how accurate they are.
So you don't believe that they can divine your future?
No, and you know why? Because my friend read my cards once, and she told me that I was going to meet a guy in Scotland, and it never happened.
Romantically or?
Yeah. And then I would live there, and the rest of my life would be sorted, and it didn't happen.
Because you probably did meet a guy in Scotland.
That's a good point. I did meet many guys because it was part of a school trip.
Hey, the cards don't lie.
No, they do, because the card said I was going to meet someone romantically, and that didn't happen.
Did you know that tarot cards were originally meant for playing? Like a card game?
Oh, like Go Fish?
Yeah, just like Go Fish. This is that ancient Egyptian Go Fish.
So we just have to match the cards?
Yeah.
But I don't think any match, do they?
No, they don't match. It's pretty similar to your ordinary deck of playing cards. But yeah, when they were invented, it was just to play a card game. And it wasn't until like 300 years later that somebody was like, oh, you know what? You can actually read people's futures with these.
Is it kind of like the Ouija board then, where the Ouija board... I thought it originated because it was just a game, like a household toy.
What's the game?
I don't know. They still... Isn't Hasbro the one that... No, maybe it's not Hasbro. But you can still buy them with all the other board games. They're not necessarily in only supernatural stores or witch markets or whatever.
They have to store them with the board games because there isn't an aisle for items of the occult, but it's not like a playing game.
I mean, I have the board right here, and it says the mysterious, mystifying game, Ouija. It glows in the dark.
I feel
what more of a characteristic than it glows in the dark? That's a game.
I think they're just making light of the fact that it's a paranormal device.
And that you could call upon a spirit
that
will kill you. No, I mean, it is sold as a game.
I don't think Ouija boards are a game. I think they are a serious matter.
I don't think everyone thinks that, though. You could do that with any game, couldn't you? Wait, you think Ouijas are real?
Ouija boards are not real. Ouija boards are the least real thing in the world.
Then why do you think they're serious if they're not real?
Tarot cards, on the other hand, 100% real.
Are you joking?
No.
I can't tell.
I believe in tarot cards.
So are you telling me that right now, I'll be the first one doing your reading? You think that will be completely accurate?
It's not 100% accurate, but it's not about the accuracy. It's about the universal energy that we infuse into the cards.
How do we infuse energy into an inanimate object?
It's because when we do the reading, I'm going to shuffle the cards. So my touch is infusing my cosmic energy into the cards. Mm-hmm. And with it, my future and all that comes with that. And when you select the cards for me, they will have your energy as well. And that energy combined for the reading predicts my future.
So what is the thing? It's just this intangible energy that is picking the cards then? That's allowing the cards to line up into the correct way?
It's like this. Like everything that you do in your life has an impact on everything. Mm-hmm. Like the butterfly effect. So just by touching these cards, I am influencing the future of the deck and the arrangement of the cards in the deck.
Okay, but you could also say that about playing cards, right?
Yeah.
Just by touching them, you're influencing...
You could do this with playing cards as well. It's just that playing cards are uglier. And you know how I feel about ugly things. Okay, so the way that this works is that I'm shuffling the deck right now, and I'm going to ask a question, and you're going to draw 3 cards from the deck, and that will read the past, the present, and the future of the situation regarding my question, and you are going to interpret the results and tell me what my future will be. Sound good?
Sounds great. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, here are the cards.
Do you have to cut it too?
I haven't done this before.
I feel like I've cut it before, but
despite my confidence on this issue, I have never done the reading or been read.
And I've done it like 5 or 6 times.
Okay.
But I'm very unconfident.
All right, so I'll cut the deck. Okay, so the deck is cut.
Are you sure you wanted to do it that much?
So are you going to select from the top?
I am.
Okay. Should I ask my question now or afterwards?
No, I need it now.
Okay, so my question is...
Oh, hold on. I'm pretty sure what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hold the cards while you ask the question.
Oh, I didn't tell the cards the question.
You have to tell the cards the question.
I mean, I was thinking about it when I shuffled, but...
if you were thinking,
I'll
that's
ask them as well.
I don't know if we can transfer the cards back over to you. Do we have to ask the energy's permission? Do we have to...
This deck's artwork is pretty calming and relaxed, so I think...
It's, the deck is Shadowscape's Companion.
Yeah. So they seem like... This seems like a chill deck. Like, they're okay if we don't do it perfectly.
Mm-hmm. As opposed to, like, the demon card deck.
Yeah, like the black deck with blood all over
Death, skulls.
That one is... Yeah, you have to make sure you do that by the book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my question to these cards is...
No. You have to think about it independently in your head. Then I'll hold it. Then you ask the question.
Wait, what?
You have to just think of it and hold it. And you
I already did this.
Oh.
Okay, so I think about it.
Now
and then
I have to hold it when you ask the question.
Now but we both hold it? All right, so we're both holding it.
I think that's wrong.
And I'm transferring the question through the card. It's like a battery.
This seems very not right.
I'm transferring the question through the deck to you.
Okay.
Now you tell me the question.
Oh, no.
Did it work? Did it transfer?
Your question is, when will I get a new car?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like, okay, but you were on the right track because cars take you to new places. And my question is, will I move?
Oh. I think that's why I asked the car question.
I think that...
Because you need a new car if you're going to drive somewhere substantially
I think that's what
far
it was.
away.
And there's a little bit of resistance. The cards are a little big, and the question didn't make it all the way through.
Okay. I feel this, though.
Okay, so the first... How do you do this? Do you read as you go, or...?
No, I'm going to flip over 3 cards.
Okay.
Your past, your present, your future. Now, we're arranged across from each other, so I'm going to flip them to me.
Yeah. You're doing the reading, so you flip them so that you can see.
Okay. Your past card is the Sun, okay? You can't hold the card. You can't pick the card back up.
Well, you have to... I think you have to look at the artwork to really connect with it.
You do, but you can't touch it. You touched it, though. You're not supposed to touch it again.
There's a lot of birds on this card.
You've messed up this reading entirely. Okay. Well,
I think that represents my past, which I've messed up thoroughly.
It does. So, I mean, it's fitting. It's fitting.
Yeah.
Next card. This is the present card. 6 of Swords.
Okay, so there's 6 swords on this card.
There's also crows? Are those
6 black birds perched on top of each?
No, there's only 5.
No, there's 6.
That's 5.
And then a woman on a swan flying away. There's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, sorry. The 2 of them are together. I couldn't see that.
I don't know how you thought that was a bird because that is a mutated bird if it's just one.
That's just a big bird. It's eating a lot of bird seed or whatever.
That's an ugly bird.
You
know how I feel about ugly birds.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now the last card is your future card. Page of Cups.
The Page of Cups.
You know what I see on that card?
Can you describe this card because I can't see it from my angle.
It looks a little bit like a mermaid.
It's a freaking mermaid.
Also, interestingly, all of the cards flipped front ways. So you don't have any backwards cards.
Yeah, I don't know what it means when they're upside down, so I was just going to ignore that anyway.
It just means the opposite of whatever it tells you in the book.
Oh, okay.
So if it says, when you flip it right side, it's happy, go lucky, yeah, good, you did good. Other way, you mean,
This deck isn't compatible with reversals.
What does that mean?
Like, the cards can only be read in one direction,
really?
Even if you flip them upside down. Yeah.
Well, then what does it mean if you do flip it upside down?
You have to get the expansion book.
Are you making this up?
No, actually, you can't. Some decks are not meant to be read certain ways, and this one is not meant to be read upside down. I swear to God, I read the book.
They're just trying to get you to buy another book?
I was just kidding about that.
I feel like, okay.
There's no other book. It's just that This deck only reads one.
I was like,
one
I feel
way.
like we're taking opposite turns here, where I'm very skeptical and not trusting of this. Okay, so bear with me as I try to find the Sun card.
The Sun's probably Major Arcana.
Which means?
That's the first section of the book.
No, I know, but I thought you would just explain.
Oh, while you flip and
Yeah.
find it, I'll explain what Major Arcana is.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Major is like big, as opposed to Minor, which is small. And Arcana is...
That's all you need. Oh, yeah, you can explain that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Arcana is arcane, you know?
I think that was really clear.
Yeah.
Everyone should understand now what you mean.
Yeah. I mean, we all know Arcana, right? Like, let's be real, we all know. We've all grown up around it. Have you found anything?
I'm struggling. This is 250 pages, so it's proving difficult.
You're not even in the right section. You're in the wands. Obviously, you're not going to find it in the wands. We didn't even flip any wands.
Oh, I found it. Okay, so the Sun. So to reiterate, it is your past card, and on the card, did we explain what was on this one? Is this an angel on a giant bird? I don't know.
I mean, there is a sun on it also.
Oh.
It's about 50% sun.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right. So this is my past.
So now, how would you like me to do this? Do you want me to read to you what the thing is, or do you want me to try to come up with a story?
I just want you to tell me the story.
Okay. So
just like, you know how you normally like...
Well, would you like me to like tell you some of the phrases and then I can explain what I think that means? Or do you want me to just read this for a minute on my own?
I would do like, give it the college try. Like you pull out some keywords and then make your own interpretation of it.
Okay. So I can kind of explain real quick. So this card means the sun, enlightenment and understanding, glory, achieving prominence.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
But the fact that this is your past and not your present, I feel like there's no way to go up from this.
Well, I just had a good
There's
past.
only going down.
I had a good childhood, I guess.
I don't know how to explain this in terms of travel, but it sounds like I would think that means that you were happy with the amount of travel that you did in the past. You were in a good, you felt like you were constantly moving, not necessarily from place to place, but you were going on adventures or things like that. You're going to your next place, whether that be school or just vacations with friends or family or things like that. And you felt a sense of accomplishment from where you were going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to
critique my performance?
Not critique it, but like, can I apply it to myself?
Yeah.
You're reading. I just say like what's accurate or not.
I mean, I think.
Or does that interrupt the flow of the energy?
No, I think if we've learned anything, you just go with whatever you feel is right for this reading.
Yeah, this card got an extra dose of my past because I moved it on the floor.
You shuffled it.
But it was correct, right? So in the past, I used to live in a different state. I used to live in Virginia.
Oh, I was like, oh my God, you lived in another state?
I know it doesn't feel like it because I was right on the edge. But yeah, I used to live in Virginia, which was like a decent distance away from where I grew up. And during the time that I lived there, I did some vacation traveling to a couple of places that were really significant to me. I went on a road trip throughout Utah, and I went to Las Vegas, and I took a winter trip to Canada. So yeah, I think that's accurate. If that was my future, I would be happy with it. And I was happy with it in the past.
So I did good.
You got it. You read it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it wasn't you. It was.
Whoa, okay.
It was the cosmos.
Wow,
But
way to take away any agency I thought I had in this scenario.
This is bigger than both of us.
But I will say it's interesting, though, because this is essentially just like if you were to go to a psychic or a medium, what you just did there, which is what I think people often do, is that the medium or psychic will give you a kernel of something, and then you take that and apply that. I also think they do pretty standard things, like they'll say, oh, something just, there's a big change that just happened. And, that's something where you'd be like, oh, yes, actually, I just moved houses.
Yeah.
And then you talk about that, and then they now know you moved houses, and like they kind of build on that. That's why I think that, though I don't know for sure if some psychics or mediums have powers or tarot readers, I think that most often or not, they're really good storytellers. That's a really main component of that. They're good at reading people. They're good at telling stories.
I love a
Whether
good story.
some have, supernatural powers or not, who's to know? Okay, well, let's push forward into the present. So your present card was the 6 of Swords with the 5 birds and the mutated bird.
Oh, you know what? It is 5 birds.
Are you telling me I was right?
Yep. That's a wing. He just got his wing laying
That's
out there.
what I thought.
Dang.
So
All
what
right.
happened to the other bird?
I think the other bird is the swan, just flying into the sunset. If I'm being honest, this card is a bit darker than the past, and that does have me concerned.
But, it's fine. Just wait. The future card is what's really important here.
The ravens are dark, and the swords they're kind of a creepy sword. The way they're drawn is like really spindly and kind of crooked in a way. But yeah, let's see what this has to say about my present. It's not promising.
No, and there's not much to tell about it.
Okay, so what does it mean?
The 6 of Swords is a passage away from difficulties. It is a chance to recover after tribulations. And that's honestly all it gives you.
Okay, this is dope. I'm loving this right now. This is so good. Okay,
Of
so
course.
this is my present, right? This is my present for the past year has been a transition period of moving back closer to home and starting a new job and finding a new normal.
Yeah, I'm hating a little bit how much this works.
Yeah.
This fits so nicely.
It's perfect. It actually works really well. And that's how I feel about my present, is that the present is still a period of transition. I haven't gotten to the final place yet.
Okay.
All right, two for 3 or 2 for 2.
Okay, so the last future card is the Page of Cups.
The Page of Cups. This is a mermaid. She's smelling a bowl of soup.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, she's underwater, but she's got a bowl of soup.
How's that soup in there?
It's steaming. It's steaming underwater. This is kind of...
I find this questionable.
This mermaid is kind of like one of the creepier mermaids, Like,
No way.
she has like really... Like her fishtail is like...
No, she's
really
not creepy at
fishy.
all. You just have a bad perception of mermaids. She does look,
This isn't your Little Mermaid. This is...
If you didn't see that end of the tail, you would say it was the Little Mermaid. It's just the end tail. She's just got to keep up on that. Get some nice conditioner in there or something. Work on the...
Conditioner ain't gonna fix that.
Oh, wow.
She got like that like dragon style tail. It's like fins popping out all over the place. What's the page card anyway?
I have no idea.
Does this correspond to anything?
I was going
This
to
isn't
ask
a number.
that. It's not a number.
It's not a jack.
But it must be like is it akin to a knight, queen, king, a page?
It's
is
a
it like
face
the
card.
page boy?
Well, yeah, that's what a page is. But is this the jack?
Sure.
Is this essentially the jack? Okay.
It says the Page of Cups is sentimental. She's a true romantic at heart. I don't know why it's gendered, but I guess because it's a female mermaid. She's a true romantic at heart, and in a world that is filled with so much noise and bustle, she longs for the time and space to simply breathe and to truly take in the pleasures that abound. So, not sure how to apply this.
All right, I'll apply it.
Okay.
I think what this means is that, speaking as a true romantic right now, romantic people idealize things, right? And so what it's telling me is that it's possible that I am idealizing the notion of moving. That moving would be something more life-changing than it really would be. And it's possible that I just need to sit back and enjoy what's currently around me.
I agree with that because it sounds like, from reading more of this, it sounds like, as you said, idealizing and wishing. And the last line of this is she longs to believe in the impossible. And I think the card is all about hoping and things like that, but it's nothing action. It's not like you will be taking this, you will be doing this. So it sounds like for your future, maybe you'll continue to have these ideals, these, optimistic ideas of what you can be traveling, what you can be moving and things like that, but not necessarily that it's good to take that or to do that, to do the action.
So my interpretation is that it's not necessarily answering my question at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's saying like, this is how you see things. You're hopeful and you've been hoping for a move for a long time, and that will continue to be who you are in the future. But whether or not you do it is not the most important thing.
So do you feel clearer with this reading? Are you now going to buy a plane ticket? Are you going to move somewhere? Are you going to be at peace with never moving? It's one or the other.
No. What that card just told me is that that's not who I am. I'm not a person at peace. I will continue to think about moving for the rest of my life.
But I don't think
paralyzed by indecision.
I don't think though it's not a negative card.
It's very neutral. It's very neutral to me.
It doesn't feel neutral to me. I think you're getting the neutral because of the creepy fin tail on the mermaid. But when I think of that card and when I read it and look at it, I feel it seems optimistic and dreamlike, but in the best way possible.
Yes.
You're kind of daydreaming about it, and that you'll always have that, and that kind of fuels you. That idea is what keeps you at ease.
Okay, I'll agree with that. It's optimistic in a good way. And it's not saying, like, it's saying, oh, you're being a bit of a dreamer, but at the same time, it's okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't warn you not to be, and it doesn't say, it just does mean that there's no action, as I said. There's nothing that you're doing necessarily.
So that worked 100%. Tarot cards are real.
Well, it's my turn now.
Okay, so now you're shuffling the deck. We're going to read the past, present, and future of a question in your life. Well, I'm going to read it. I'm an excellent reader, so I feel like this one will be, if anything, more accurate than mine.
Wow, way to ding me on my terrible reading skills. I told you before we did this, I told you I'm not good at that part. I can't create a story. Okay. I have asked my question. I'm holding the cards. I infused it with my energy.
All right, now
I'm going to cut it.
No. Oh, wait.
We cut yours.
Okay, we cut that and then we did the transfer? All right, so now we're transferring. We're both holding opposite ends of the deck.
I think I
feel like the deck is really pushing into me right now.
I think that's me. I'm pushing it into you. Can you take it?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You hold it, and then you're supposed to guess what my question was.
Okay.
That's what you had me do.
Oh, God.
It's hard, right? When you're on the spot about what your question is.
Okay, I think that your question...
I like how you're just caressing the cards a little bit. You have your hands
trying to pick up the residual energy.
Can I touch it?
Was your question, will that guy match me back on Tinder?
No.
Was it close?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Okay, let me try again. Was your question, will moms ever hit me back with that rejection letter?
I do have that question, but not for the cards. I know the answer to that one already.
Okay, all right. Tell me your question.
My question is, what is in store for me in the future in terms of a career? Will I
career future.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're not going to believe me, but if I'm being honest and I had guessed an honest question, I would have said something related to job searching.
Yes.
I think that you're probably interested in knowing when you're going to move jobs to something more permanent.
Yeah. If it will be more permanent and if it will be a better job, something that fits me, fits what I'm looking for.
Get that Smithsonian lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I do this? I flip all of them?
So you're going to flip all, you can say it right after you flip it, but flip past, present, future, and you can do it facing you. Okay,
so first I'm flipping the past. Your past is the Magician.
Yeah.
So your past is the Magician. This is some sort of angel-looking creature, I would say.
What's on? Is that a horn on
with
his head?
Like a horn,
but like
not an ordinary.
Not straight up horn. It curls.
It curls like several times.
It's kind of like an S.
He's holding a Granny Smith apple that's shining.
There's an infinity sign above him.
Yeah. And he's got some birds dangling on him and a lantern.
Granny Smith apples are my favorite apples.
I think that's what that meant.
It's about... I feel it. My past apple eating.
Okay, your present card is the Ten of Swords.
It looks bloody. Is that blood?
This is a bloody looking card. I think it's a cape.
Oh,
a
okay.
red cape.
It's not blood, it's a cape. Okay, okay.
There's a lot of birds.
A lot of
These are creepy.
Pointy angles.
Yeah, these are pointy birds. They don't look very friendly at all. That's present. And your future is...
Oh, this looks nice.
The Wheel of Fortune.
Hey! That
Wow.
sounds great.
This is a very nice looking card. So this kind of looks like a stained glass window.
Do those look like Celtic signs?
Yeah, like with Celtic knots, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And there's little pixies flying around. Okay, so now I have to look in the book.
That present card. Whew, is it foreboding? I suppose, though, I'm in it, so it's not like it's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Like that one card looked bad for me and turned out to be fine. What was it again? The moon?
The Magician.
The sun?
Nope. Magician.
Judgment?
Magician.
I didn't see that.
This is what happened to me the first time. It's 250 pages. Oh, it's
the Magician.
It's the very first card.
The very first, number 1. Oh, the cards have numbers on them. Wow, amazing.
That would have helped us before.
Okay, so the Magician represents originality, creativity, skill, willpower, self-confidence, dexterity, and sleight of hand.
Ooh, I'm a thief.
It's about grasping the unseen around you and harnessing it to become reality.
Good luck with this one.
This is a tough read for me. Honestly, I'm not feeling a ton of energy from this card.
I didn't put enough in.
I think what this is telling you is the Magician brings things into reality. And the Magician has a vision and skills to make that vision. This is in your past, and I think what it's saying is in your past, you're using your skills and your originality to bring into reality the vision that you have for your future career.
So, like, I'm using the skills of my past? Or I did that in my past to get to where I am now?
I'm seeing it as this is the past card. So the Magician you, in the past, set yourself up to be where you are today. So past you put yourself in a good spot.
I can agree with that. I was great in the past. Did a lot of hard work. And I would definitely say that I felt very comfortable at school. Since this is my first real job that I'm in currently, I would say my past job would have been school, and I felt very creative and comfortable, and I worked really hard, and yeah, I think I set myself up for my present job.
This is also what it says about the Magician. The Magician knows what she wants, and she knows she can make it happen with conscious exertion of her will and her knowledge of how to manipulate the world. So,
I manipulate the world, for sure.
In a literal sense, when you go to dig for relics.
I do manipulate the world.
But yes, to me this is pointing to your previous school and work experience and saying, like, you, in the past, you knew what you were trying to achieve, and that's what you were going for.
Okay, let's move to the present.
Okay, so the present is the 10 of Swords.
The creepy card.
Okay, so I gotta be honest with you, it doesn't start well.
Oh no.
She
Death.
falls.
Oh my gosh.
The birds do not aid her.
Oh my god.
Instead, they circle in a tightening spiral around her. They wheel viciously above like vultures awaiting the certainty of death.
I'm not feeling good.
Okay, this is not a great card. The 10 of Swords represents misfortune, desolation, burdens to bear, ruin, the end of delusions.
Oh god. Okay.
Sometimes there is nothing to do but ride it out and pick up the pieces when things finally come to a halt and learn from the mishaps. Okay, so this is not the most positive present that a person could receive.
You think?
Let's just be honest. Let's just be real with ourselves right now. It could be better.
It could be. It could be better.
But here's what this is telling you. In your current life, in your current situation, things could be better right now. You could have a better career. There is some sort of universe where you have a better career. But that's okay, because in the present, you are where you are, and sometimes all there is to do is accept the circumstances that you're in, accept the job that you're in, and ride it out. and learn what you can from it and move on to the next job.
Okay. Well, as long as there's a good next job.
Well,
as long as the future is going to be good.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
But I think this is pretty accurate, especially the part where it was saying about the delusions, because I think I may have had grander expectations coming into my first job and thinking that I would be a little bit further than I am currently in my career. So I have felt, I've been questioning for a couple months, not more than months, but just like where am I going? Is it have I progressed far enough? Is there somewhere else that I can reach? I don't know. But yeah, I think I have to say that's probably pretty accurate. But I'm hoping there's something positive on the other end.
Yeah, this is a really accurate card for you, and I like what it says here. That sometimes circumstances are beyond human control. And that's just true of so many things. I think that was probably true of your job, is that it's just beyond control. You had to take a job at some point, and you picked one that is not your dream job, but it was outside of your control. You're just making the best of it right now.
Yeah, I think it's going pretty well right now. But where's it going in the future? That's my question now.
The future, the Wheel of Fortune, destiny.
I feel like this has to be a good card, right? Your face is telling me that that's a no. Why did you make that face? You're trying to soften the blow, I feel like here. It looks like such a happy card. It has such bright colors. It says fortune. It's a wheel. All good things happen in a wheel.
Fortune can be good or bad.
Just hit me. Just give it to me.
It's not necessarily a bad card.
Oh gosh.
This is a card. This is a perspective card.
Oh no.
The meaning reads here: storybooks begin once upon a time, and then, like a neatly wrapped package, they come to the end. But true tales have no beginning or end.
Oh God.
And that's
some mumbo jumbo crap.
That's what the Wheel of Fortune represents.
No beginning or end?
Yes, exactly. There's no start, there's no finish. There's just the rise and fall of the wheel as life continues on. There's upturns and there are downturns, and as it happens, the wheel continues to turn without beginning or end.
This doesn't sound like the best.
So
like I have a good...
What this means is that sometimes good things happen and sometimes bad things happen. You really just have to step back and look at the wheel as a total to understand and have a perspective on the bigger picture. In light of your question, I think that this is saying that in your wheel of destiny, you had a downturn with a job that you don't love. And so you can expect an upturn in the future.
That's a positive way to look at it.
It's a positive. But it's also a reminder that the future will continue on. Good things will happen and bad things will happen.
Yeah, so what's to say that I won't just instantly go down again? I'll just go from one job to an even worse job. Because that's what I'm feeling like now. That's what I feel like it's telling me. Or maybe it's telling me I should just get off the wheel entirely, quit my job, and just roam the land.
No.
No?
You can't get off the wheel. You
What?
can't get off the wheel.
I can never get off the wheel?
No,
I thought you said I should step back from the wheel, though. I should admire
It's in
the
a
wheel.
metaphorical sense, like in your mind's eye.
So we're always stuck on the wheel.
We're
the rat race. Rat race?
The Wat Waste.
The Wat Waste. We're on the Wat Waste.
Here's what it's saying. Expect an upturn in your career, but you need to be realistic. Things don't go up forever. Things don't go down forever. And that's how the Wheel of Fortune works. So you will get a better job, but you will also have bad times. But you will also have good times.
How generic. Like, you could tell anyone. Okay.
But well, no, I'm reading your question, which is, what will happen in the future of my career. And this card is telling you that you will have a positive change in your career in the near future.
Not necessarily. It goes up or down.
But you're experiencing the downturn in the
so
present.
You think it has to go up?
So it will turn up. Yes.
I don't know. I'm feeling like it will just go down and down.
Well, if you make it like that, then that's how it's going to happen.
I got to be more positive. Okay. I'm going up on the fortune. Maybe it means I'll be on Wheel of Fortune, the game show. I've always wanted to be on a game show. Do you want to do a one question with one card?
Yeah, I would do a one question if I could think of one. Okay. I'm almost ready. I'm just getting a lot more energy. Hoping to avoid that death card. Wow! Ash was here the whole time.
She's so, oh no. She's like, please let me go. Please let me go. She thought it'd be over by now.
Our cat's like, dear God, I can't believe I had to listen to 50 minutes of tarot readings. And I'll do a cut. And we'll do some energy transfer here.
Okay. Give us your question.
Okay, my question is, am I going to meet a cute girl?
On Tinder? Swipe right?
Hopefully not on Tinder, because then I'll have to download another app.
Oh yeah, man, my phone cannot take any more apps. I'm starting to delete like important stuff now. It's just getting hard.
Well, you don't have to continually maintain 9 dating apps, but...
I do not. All of my storage is actually in my photos, which I already have saved on another thing, but I just can't get rid of them. Concert videos?
You know what else eats up memory is like gigantic text messages from people.
I do save a lot of my text messages. I'm sentimental. Okay, I'm ready to turn the card.
King of Swords. Okay.
That sounds probably good.
All right, this king is this is kind of a dark king. He's got several horns sprouting out of his head. There is a snowy owl perched on top of his sword, which looks pretty cool. He's standing on top of a skull. Oh, and there's the Vitruvian Man in the corner. I'm going to say this is probably a good card. I
can't find it. Here you go. I just realized that on the bottom right, there's the...
Oh my God.
I just realized that. I'm sorry. It's like a lamppost, but with an owl?
No, it's a sword.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. Who'd have thought there'd be a sword in the King of Swords? A pillar of strength and morality. He holds power over life and death. He is a warrior king. He's a leader.
I just gotta say, like, the guy on this card looks lonely AF. So...
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say he's not with anyone but a bird.
This is not hopeful.
How does this relate at all? Power over life and death. Sword always drawn so that he can be prepared to spring to action should the need arise.
That sounds violent.
I don't know.
I was just talking about a date.
But to me, that would seem like... It sounds like you need to be ready for someone to enter your life and to take action.
What I get from this reading is that it's saying, like, if you want it, you got to go out and get it.
Yeah, essentially.
You have the power over life and death, which is, I mean, let's be honest, that's not what I wanted to hear. I just wanted to sit back and let things fall into my lap.
But I mean, it makes sense, right? That's not how you find anyone. It's not how you meet new people.
Why is life so hard? Why can't I just cruise through and everything is given to me freely?
Yeah, that's really all you get.
Well, that sucks.
You just need to get a sword and be prepared for battle.
Is this card telling me to buy a sword?
Yeah, buy a sword and you maybe get some angel wings or something, and then all the girls will flock to you.
So if I buy a sword and a pet
owl,
a pet owl, I'll be good.
There's also a crow though, so maybe you want to just cover your bases, get the owl and the crow.
Okay,
I mean,
get multiple pets.
Girls love guys with exotic animals.
Do they, or do they just like dogs?
That's a good point, but I mean, dress them up like dogs. Who will know the difference?
Put a dog costume on your owl?
Yeah, because owls are cooler.
You think they won't notice if I put a dog costume on the owl?
I mean, just don't let them meet face to face. You know, kind of from afar.
I'm like, hey, do you want to see my place? And they come inside and there's just like 100 birds. Oh, I just forgot. Yeah, I left the microwave on at home, and like it's not good for that to be running. Do you have a single question?
Yeah, I do. Okay, are you taking the energy? Does it help if we like vibrate the cards?
I'm closing my eyes and the cards are just shaking so much. You can just feel the energy running through your body.
Okay, go ahead. My question is, are there any pets for me in the future?
Pets? Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was fitting with the crows and the owls.
Yeah,
it got me thinking.
A segue, a continuation. Okay.
Oh no, I can't see it, but you're laughing. Death.
Death!
No!
Okay,
no.
Okay, but before I pick up the reading...
It's very pretty.
Before I pick up the book, this could be a phoenix, so maybe this means a renewal. There could be a positive spin on this. But
I'm just a little concerned because I have a pet right now.
It is a bit concerning.
She ran out of the room while we were recording.
Knew. They know.
Right before.
You know how cats have this sixth sense? When the people at the hospital are going to die, and the cat...
I didn't know that.
So there was this cat called Oscar the cat, and he lived in a hospital, or a nursing home, and when an old person was going to die, he would go visit their room, and then the next day they would die.
Oh my God. I'd be kicking that cat out. I said, get away. Get away. You're not coming in here today. No sorry. I know I've heard that cats are supposed to be able to pick up the paranormal. They're supposed to be able to see spirits and things like that. That's why they're sometimes staring off into space.
Cats are like one of the occult animals, for sure. I mean, black cats at Halloween.
This is for a death card. It's very beautifully illustrated. And the predominant color is a nice bright yellow. Yellow and orange. There's a little bit of darker purple at the bottom though. And the vine's a little creepy, I gotta be honest. I'm really concerned for Ashes right now. I'll have to watch over her a little bit better these coming days.
Closing the door to the past and opening a new one. Going through transition, changing status, shedding the old in excess, bowing to inexorable forces and sweeping changes. The old must be set aside and burned to make way for the new. So this is the story of the Phoenix. You know, maybe the cards don't have the timescales perfectly in place.
I think that's what it is. It's not current.
We never said that it was 100% accurate.
I don't think this is all rubbish. What are we even... Stupid.
I never believed any of this.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, I was kind of hoping we would turn up death earlier because I thought it was going to be funny. But then now it's like it's completely turned around. It's not funny at all.
It's really not.
This is not funny.
Especially since the past couple of minutes you were like, these are really accurate. These cards are legit. And then the last card we get is the death card. Crazy, man.
Wow, okay.
On that depressing note.
So how do you feel about your tarot reading overall and discarding the whole part about the family cat dying?
The dead cat? Yeah. Yeah, let's just forget that happened. Other than that, thought it was fine. Seemed pretty accurate for some of them. But I still stand with the thought it's very much storytelling, so you just put whatever you think and how it fits into the story.
Yeah, so obviously you don't believe in divination in the way that, some people view these cards. But do you see any value of doing this?
Yeah, I think it's exactly like you said. I don't necessarily believe in divination, but I think it's very therapeutic and very helpful for a lot of people because I think those that go to these, are looking for answers in their life. And if you can it really helps as well when you're talking to either family or friends. If you do it with friends or things like that, you can talk through something in your life that you're kind of struggling over right now. And you can say, this is where I was at, this is where I'm at now, this is where I hope to be. And I think that for some people, if you read a future, you can kind of try to shape your future that way. Like say you read it and you think, well, I'm supposed to be doing something good and I'm supposed to be making these changes, and the cards say, if I do this change, this positive outcome will happen. And then I think that can really help to say, I'm going to make changes in my life because I think that will lead to better times. So I think they can be really helpful. I
think for people that know me at all, I imagine that a lot of people would guess that I would think that these are stupid and a waste of time. Mm-hmm. And generally I am very skeptical. I'm very skeptical about anything. But for some reason, I really like these tarot cards. First of all, the cards themselves are just beautiful, and there's such a variety of decks that it's almost like a collector.
Artwork is so cool to see, and they're all different styles.
Yeah, so there's a wide variety of things. Yeah, but honestly, the storytelling of it is, I think it can be like a really useful tool. Even if there's not like a cosmic force selecting the cards with me, it's almost like a game. It's almost like they turn self-reflection into a game. Mm-hmm. And by asking the cards a question and then laying your life story over the cards' meanings, it's tricking you into thinking about your life in a way that, like, going to therapy does not trick you. Like, when you actually, if you ever actually sat down and like, oh, I really want to think critically about myself, like, the knowledge that you're doing it kind of holds you back because you feel stupid.
Yeah.
And that's how I imagine it would be, like, going to therapy or, like, talking something out with somebody. It's like, I don't really want to share these personal details with you. But when you're just playing a game of cards, it's like...
You just picked up the same mermaid card. Did you see that?
Oh, my God.
You picked up the same card that you did for your reading.
I literally cannot get away from mermaids in my life, and it is infuriating.
Maybe that means that you will meet a girl and it will be a mermaid.
I hope not. That sounds...
I think that would be great.
Very complicated.
It does. I think it will be a lot of complications in your future. Won't be an easy road. But maybe she'll really like your owl and crow because those will be very exotic for her, especially, you know.
Yeah, she's never seen flying animals before.
Whew. So you're definitely going to impress her.
All right.
You better get on buying those.
I guess I'll go hang out at the ocean more.
Just start sitting on the beach, staring out.
Just for days. Like, Donnie, you can come inside now. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Like an urban legend will start to form around you. Be like, oh, it's that man. He's been here for 62 years.
What's that guy waiting
out
for?
At the sea. never breaking his gaze.
I'm gonna move to the ocean. That was my future reading.
There you go. It all connects. It all connects.
Oh.
Should we Ouija now?
I
can never get anyone to Ouija with me.
It's just not as interesting.
Because you don't believe in it.
But it doesn't answer questions about you either.
Yeah, it does. It's supposed to. That's the whole point.
The spirit answers.
Yeah, and the spirit, I think, has some untapped knowledge of past, future, present, of every people, apparently.
An omniscient
every
spirit.
person. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, and I don't know why. Why do people think that, I guess, ghosts have the ability to see everything? Although maybe you are supposed to only ask it questions about itself. Maybe you're not supposed to do like my friends and I did, where we said, when are we going to meet the cute boy?
And it's like a ghost
tomorrow.
From the 1800s.
Yeah, he's like, I died in a severe car crash, but I'll tell you about the next time you're going to meet a cute boy.
Okay, fine. Let's ask it one question, and then we'll wrap it up.
We don't have a camera, or, not a camera, we don't have a candle.
We don't have a camera? Oh, God, we should have been videotaping all of these the whole time. I mean, the lamp's on. Is that enough?
I guess it is white.
Yeah, I mean, this can be a modern spirit, right?
Okay. I feel like none of this is
The candles just make them feel at home, right? No.
The candles make them feel at home because they're burning candles where they are? There's heat? No.
Yeah, like they're all old ghosts, and they're like, back in our day, we used candles to light up the house.
They're used to candles. No. You're supposed to use a white candle because the white candle is purity and innocence and light, and it's supposed to ward away any dark spirits from coming. That's also why we have to recite the thing before we do it.
That's kind of racist, don't you think? Why's it got to be a white candle?
Because, anyway, okay, so...
Yeah, this paper that you've written the saying on, it's disgusting. It's like coated.
It just has wax on it. And there's something inside too.
It looks absolutely disgusting.
Well, I don't even need the paper. I have it memorized.
It looks like somebody sneezed on a piece of construction paper and then they just left it. And it's like properly aged now. There's definitely a couple typos. I feel like when you're...
There's no typos?
Well, like you've crossed things out and changed wordings.
Well, yeah, because it was written for one person. But we did it in a group, so we had to change the pronouns.
Yeah, like, you know how when you're making contracts with ghosts, like, you need to be very particular about the wording? Like, this would not hold up in a court of ghost law. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so do we have to recite this?
Yeah, but now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like we should not do this.
Why not?
Because I think it's going to sound very chanty, and I also know that Ouijas are a very sensitive topic.
What does that mean?
A lot of people think that you shouldn't play around with them.
A lot of who people?
People in the world.
Like, our neighbors?
Well, them too. Yeah, we have very
The
Catholic,
ghost police?
We have very Catholic neighbors. But like, a lot of people say that you shouldn't play around with it.
Are you telling me that you believe in the Luigi board, but you don't believe in tarot cards?
I am telling you that, yes.
So am I going to have to cut all that material, that great ghost law material?
I think we can keep in all the story about the Ouija board, but we'll take out when we do it. Okay, so move the thingy around. What is it? Planchetta?
What's it called?
Pancetta?
Pancetta? Is this an Italian Ouija board?
We're making an Italian recipe here. Planchetta? What the heck is it called?
Have I been making spaghetti wrong all these years?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a plastic message indicator. That's what it calls it there.
Is it like a planchette or something?
It's bruschetta.
Okay, all right. So we're going to take the bruschetta.
And we just move it around the board to warm it up.
Okay. Right now?
No. After
right.
we do the chant.
All right, walk me through.
Okay, ready? So touching feet. Holding hands. Just, okay.
I can't read that. Do you memorize it?
Yeah, I memorized it.
She just flipped the whole card over to me and she can't see it at all.
I've done this a lot.
All right, let's go.
Ready? We surround ourselves with light in the power of God. We wish to communicate with someone who would like to communicate with us.
You must have our best interest in heart and come through with love and light.
That sounded very chanty.
I tried my best.
No, I know. I just mean in general, when two people say one thing together, it sounds
in a monotone.
Very cult-like.
Partway through, I was like, monotone all the way. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do 2. And then we're going to move it like this. We're going to warm it up.
Whoa.
Also, the light is completely on in this room, so you don't normally do that because you have to do it in darkness. But it's fine. This is definitely going to come with good things.
We can turn the light off, but I don't think you'll be able to see anything.
That's why the candle also helps.
Okay. All right.
This is utter crap. But okay. Now we just say, is there anyone here who would like to communicate with us?
Is there anyone here who would like to communicate with us?
Oh, you didn't have to repeat, but that's fine.
Okay.
And we just wait now as we slowly move it with our own fingers to yes. Or no. You're moving it towards no.
I'm not trying to, but my arm is in an awkward position.
As is mine. My
when I
foot's
started,
asleep.
yeah, like I didn't know how long we were gonna have to sit here, so my legs stretched out and my arm is stretched out, and it's pretty uncomfortable.
Also, I feel like we probably should have 2 fingers from 2 different hands.
I'm not looking at the board at all, by the way.
Oh yeah, we should have done the blindfold thing.
It's impossibly hard to keep
not
still.
Move it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's moving like jumping, but I know it's both of us. Also, no ghost is coming to us now after all this crap that we just pulled with it.
I mean, if we got the white ghost, they're supposed to be nice, right?
Yeah, but we didn't bring a white candle. Okay, we need to... I think this is not going to work.
Which one is yes? Oh, it's over here. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, what you always do is if you're ending, you have to say goodbye, even if no one's come.
Okay.
Because they could still be here. Okay? So then we just take the thing to goodbye. And say, goodbye.
Goodbye.
We did it. I think we could have done that better. First off, turn the light off. Add a candle. I don't know if there's a way to say the chant without it being so cult-like. It just doesn't sound good, does it?
Clearly, the requirements are more strict for the Ouija board compared to the tarot.
Also, I think it helps when you have a lot of people.
It's a good thing. Like, if you're summoning dark spirits, you probably do want some more controls in place.
We had one where we were using a white candle, my friends and I, and then we didn't have the white candle we used. We had burned it up too much, so we didn't have one. So I was looking around my house to find one, and we used a red candle, which...
That sounds like the worst option, honestly.
Yeah, you really shouldn't use a red candle. Don't recommend it. So we used the red candle, and we did it, and we said, is anyone here want to communicate? Yes, they're here. And then it went over, I I think when we asked it if it was an evil spirit or if it was a good, I think we said, are you a good spirit? And it said no. And then, so the candle was staged at, say, the top left of the board. It just moved itself over to the candle. And we tried to move it back into the center, and it just kept moving over towards the candle.
What does that mean?
I mean, I don't know, but I think
bloodthirsty?
I think it was thirsty for something. So we said goodbye instantly.
Goodbye.
Yeah. And everyone was scared to drive home to their respective houses, so we had to do a group chat call till everyone got home.
The whole way home?
Yep.
Oh my god.
So I don't recommend red candles.
So, like, what's like the hit rate on a Luigi board?
Well, when I was doing it before with friends, we would get someone pretty much every time. But the setting was always better, and there were more of us. So I think that helps because when there are more than two, it can move without you thinking it's someone moving it, you know? So one of with two people, I feel like you're kind of like, well, I saw you kind of move your fingers, so I think you did that.
I have shaky hands.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of coffee. I wasn't
Is that
trying to
why
move
you
it.
switched to tea today? Trying to cleanse yourself of that coffee?
Yeah. I thought the tea would attract more spirits.
Oh.
I feel like spirits are tea drinkers, you know?
Okay. I have nothing. No comment to that.
All right, let's end it on that note.